What is going on, YouTube world? My name is Ghiman Mckinney. Appreciate you guys for watching this video today. You can also just call me Juice because that is my nickname. Like I said, appreciate you guys for watching my sports podcast, The Juice Alert, today. Be sure to smash this like button right now, as it does help these videos get out to the public and the channel to grow. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos on here weekly and almost every single day if I can, and turn on post notifications too, so you don't miss a single one of those videos that I post. Man, Ezekiel Elliott, after all the holding out, after all the drama with Jerry Jones in the offseason, the Cowboys, Zeke holding out, is he going to get traded? When's Zeke going to get paid? Is Zeke going to get paid? We finally got that answer today. Yes, today, guys, Ezekiel Elliott signed a 6-year, $90 million extension with $50 million guaranteed. And listen, am I a big proponent for paying running backs a ton of money? No, I'm not. But I will say this. Ezekiel Elliott deserves every single penny. He's worth every single penny that the Cowboys just paid him. He is the driving force to that team. And over the past 3 seasons, he has been the best running back in football. And I'm not going to say it's not been close, but he's separated himself from the Le'Veon Bells, the, Todd Gurley's, etc., etc. Ezekiel Elliott deserves every penny. He's the driving force of that team. The Dallas Cowboys' entire offense is centered around Ezekiel Elliott, guys. And look, I'm not saying Dak Prescott's a bad player. Dak Prescott can play. Dak Prescott's a solid, serviceable quarterback, but Dak Prescott is nowhere near elite. There's a reason why Dak Prescott's numbers fall off an absolute cliff when Ezekiel Elliott does not play, okay? There's a reason why Dak Prescott's barely a 500 quarterback without Ezekiel Elliott. So Ezekiel Elliott means the world to the Dallas Cowboys. And when I look at this team, now that Ezekiel Elliott is inserted back into this starting lineup, okay, now that he's going to be playing pretty much all 16 games if he stays healthy, the Dallas Cowboys can win a Super Bowl. Now again, am I picking them to win the Super Bowl? No. I picked the Philadelphia Eagles to win the Super Bowl. I think the Philadelphia Eagles, the New England Patriots, or the Kansas City Chiefs. If you had to ask me what teams are going to win a Super Bowl this year, those are the 3 teams I will look to. I'm not saying the Cowboys are going to be a bad team. I do think the Cowboys will definitely make the playoffs and be a wild card team. They could potentially even win their division if Dak Prescott, continues to make that next step. Okay, so Dallas, I'm not ruling out them not winning the division. I'm not saying they can't win the division, but I'm not going to pick them just because Ezekiel Elliott's playing doesn't change my mind. I still think the Philadelphia Eagles are a better football team than them. When I look at the Philadelphia Eagles, I think their offense overall is better. I think their offensive line and defensive line is just as good. Okay, I look at their quarterback. I think their quarterback is better. I think their wide receivers as a whole are better. I think that they have a better head coach in Doug Peterson over the Dallas Cowboys. So that's the tipping factor that makes me pick the Philadelphia Eagles to win this division, okay? But look, when I look at Dallas, elite linebackers, 2 very good solid cornerbacks led by Byron Jones, elite pass rushers, elite offensive line that will return back to its normal form once Travis Frederick comes back this year. Good wide receivers, Jason Witten comes back at tight end, and Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott to me is on the upward trend. This is the most weapons that Dak Prescott has ever had in his entire career, guys. So Dak Prescott to me is going to have his best season yet. I really do firmly believe that. And this is also a team that won 7 of their last 8 games last season. So they were a hot team at the end of the year last year once they added Amari Cooper. Once Dak Prescott got a reliable number one wide receiver in Amari Cooper, this offense took off, and this team overall took off. The defense is always going to keep them in games, guys. So if the Dallas Cowboys can be potentially a top 10 offense this year, that's going to be a scary sight. So again, that's how I feel about the Dallas Cowboys this season and as of right now, as far as their team is constructed. But as far as the future goes, as far as how Ezekiel Elliott's contract impacts the Dallas Cowboys for the future and going forward, I'm going to tell you something right now. The Dallas Cowboys, it's Super Bowl or bust this year and pretty much next year. Because after that, I don't know, man. Because listen, Ezekiel Elliott being re-signed to this amount of money definitely helps you right now. The Dallas Cowboys are one of the 7 teams right now that I think can win a Super Bowl. So if Jerry Jones and this team and this organization has all their chips put into this year to win a Super Bowl, to say, hey, screw the future, screw re-signing all our young players, to get a Super Bowl this year, I think that's worth it. If you win a Super Bowl this year and you go the next couple of years, missing the playoffs every now and then or not being as good, I think that's worth it if you win a Super Bowl this year. And this Dallas team is pretty good. So, but again, I was shocked. I was shocked because, to me, Jerry Jones tapped out. That's just the reality situation. Jerry Jones, to me, just tapped out. Okay, he tapped out. I don't know what. I'm going to say this right now. To me, deep down, I don't think Jerry Jones fully believes in Dak Prescott. Because, listen, if Jerry Jones had Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, heck, Deshaun Watson, or an elite quarterback beside Dak Prescott, do you really think he was going to re-sign Ezekiel Elliott? Because when I look at the Los Angeles Chargers, they have the same situation going on. Melvin Gordon wants to get paid. Do you want to know why the Chargers are not going to pay Melvin Gordon? Why they're not budging with Melvin Gordon right now as we speak today? It's because they have Phillip Rivers at quarterback, a top 10 quarterback in the league. Okay? To me, this says to the Dallas Cowboys that, look, Ezekiel Elliott's a great player. We want to keep him. But to me, I'm going to say this right now. I wouldn't have paid, if I was Jerry Jones, I wouldn't have paid Ezekiel Elliott as of right now today. I wouldn't have done it because this Dallas team is well constructed. They've drafted well. They have a great offensive line. They have an elite defense. And Dak Prescott, while he's not an elite quarterback, he's on the upward trend, guys. So my thing is, why pay Zeke so much money? The Dallas Cowboys can still be a great team without Ezekiel Elliott. You can plug in Tony Pollard and he'll still do very well. The reason why is because Dallas has an elite offensive line, guys. Okay, listen, Darren McFadden on the back nine of his career had over 1,000 yards with this Dallas Cowboys offensive line. Okay, that is one of the biggest reasons why I made a video talking about why the Cowboys need to trade Ezekiel Elliott. The reason why is because he has a ton of value right now. Ezekiel Elliott is smack down in the middle of his prime. He's right in the middle of his prime. He has about 4, 5, 6 elite level years left. A team is going to want to trade for Ezekiel Elliott. So my thing was trade Ezekiel Elliott, start over, get a ton of draft picks, because now you're going to have to pay Dak Prescott a ton of money. You're not going to be able to re-sign all your great players. You're not going to be able to keep a stacked team overall as far as having elite players on the offensive side, the defensive side, the linebackers, the cornerbacks, the safeties. You're not going to have elite players all around if you pay Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott all that money. I understand Ezekiel Elliott's earned his way. He's earned his pay. He's a great player. But I would have traded Ezekiel Elliott because, pretty much if you plug in Tony Pollard or Alfred Morris or some other good running back, you can still have an elite running game. Bank on Dak Prescott being a good player down the road. Bank on, go out and draft more good wide receivers. Get a ton of draft capital and just say, the heck with Zeke. We don't need to pay him all this money because running backs can be replaced. Okay, I'm just saying that right now. They can be replaced. It's the most replaceable position on the entire football field. I understand Ezekiel Elliott is a great player. He means the world to the Cowboys, but they need to start over in my opinion. But again, if they want to bank on winning a Super Bowl this year with all their chips put in this year, that's fine. They better get it done. But if they don't get it done, then I'm going to say it till I don't know when. They should have traded Ezekiel Elliott until they prove me wrong and win a Super Bowl in this Dak Prescott Ezekiel Elliott era. Okay, I'm gonna keep saying it. You should have traded Zeke. You should have traded Zeke because you could have got a ton back for him. Okay, you could have got a boatload of picks back for him. You could have got a boatload of great players back for Ezekiel Elliott. Okay, start over. Okay, and Ezekiel Elliott, he's had a lot of off the field issues. You really sure you're gonna trust Ezekiel Elliott with a boatload of money too? I don't know. So for me, because I have to re-sign so many players, because I have to re-sign Dak Prescott potentially to a $35 million contract. And that's the thing right here, guys. The Dallas Cowboys, they're going to have to swallow whatever pride they have, and they're going to have to swallow whatever comes their way because they've already butchered this situation, okay? The Philadelphia Eagles one-upped the Dallas Cowboys because the Philadelphia Eagles pretty much said, hey, Carson Wentz, we're going to throw a lot of money at you right now, okay? And Carson Wentz took that money. The reason why I think Carson Wentz took that money is because Carson Wentz has been injury prone these past couple seasons, okay? And so Carson Wentz knows if he gets injured one more time, there's no way on earth the Philadelphia Eagles are offering him, top of the line, best quarterback in football type money. They're just not doing that with all his injury concerns, okay? So Carson Wentz, being the smart player he is, takes that contract. The Dallas Cowboys waited way too long to pay Dak Prescott. You're going to be paying Dak Prescott potentially $35 million now, okay? And now you're paying Ezekiel Elliott, your running back, a ton of money. Listen, Dak Prescott better be an MVP type candidate this year. He better start being an MVP type candidate because now the Dallas Cowboys are not going to have the flexibility and money to put a great stud elite team around Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is going to need to be able to make up for a bad offensive line. He's going to need to be able to make up for a bad defense at times if you cannot re-sign your players now. Okay, so that's what the Dallas Cowboys are banking on. They are now banking on Dak Prescott being an elite quarterback going forward. Now, can he do it? I have semi-hopes about that. I think Dak Prescott has shown some hopes and signs that he can do that, but I need to see it for a full season to believe that Dak Prescott is going to be an elite quarterback for the future. I think Dak Prescott's never going to be a terrible quarterback. Dak Prescott's always going to be a solid, good level quarterback. But can Dak Prescott be that guy that elevates you week to week when the running game's not good, when the defense isn't good? Okay, because listen, guys, before Dak Prescott got Amari Cooper, Dak Prescott was not even a 500 quarterback this past season. He was putting up Eli Manning type numbers until they got Amari Cooper. Now, again, I'm going to be a little bit fair to Dak Prescott. The wide receivers were not particularly very good before they got Amari Cooper, okay? So I'm going to cut him a little bit of slack right there. And I'm going to say it one more time. Running backs do not win Super Bowls. The last 10 years, the last 10 Super Bowl winners, only 2 elite running backs have been driving forces to teams winning Super Bowls. It was Ray Rice of the Baltimore Ravens, and he was not an elite running back. He was pretty much just a guy that ran the ball a ton, and the offense was centered around him, and Joe Flacco being great and the defense being good, okay? It was mainly the Ravens defense. But then you got Marshawn Lynch, too. Marshawn Lynch was great, okay? But if it was not for the Legion of Boom, I'm talking about for the Seattle Seahawks. To be clear, I'm talking about the Seattle Seahawks right now. When the Seattle Seahawks won the Super Bowl, Marshawn Lynch was an elite running back at the time. But also, you have to acknowledge, the Legion of Boom was the reason that team won that Super Bowl. The Legion of Boom was the main driving force of that team. Marshawn Lynch was pretty much a semi-big-time driving force of that team, okay? So again, you need the great offensive line. You need the great defense, okay? And Dallas has those things. Now it's going to be very tough for them to keep all those parts together. Now that they're going to be potentially paying Dak Prescott $35 million for the future, okay? Now that they're paying Ezekiel Elliott all this money at the running back position. When I look at teams in the past, Adrian Peterson. Is Adrian Peterson winning playoff games? No, he's not. But also, a point I want to harp on is that the reason why the Vikings had Adrian Peterson in the first place was because their quarterback was not very good. And Dak Prescott, I hate to say it, Cowboys fans, I'm sorry. He's not elite. He's not Deshaun Watson. He's not Baker Mayfield. He's not Carson Wentz. He's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Aaron Rodgers. He's not Drew Brees. He's not Tom Brady. I think the Cowboys are in trouble. And again, like I said, they've already butchered this situation. They've waited way too long to pay Dak Prescott. That's just my humble opinion, and I don't think it'll work out for the Cowboys. So again, Dallas, you need to put all your chips into winning the Super Bowl this year. If you win the Super Bowl this year, that's fine. A Super Bowl or bust. Without a Super Bowl, this whole situation is not going to look good. It's not going to look good at all. And Jerry Jones, I'm sorry, but you tapped out. You were soft. You tapped out. You should have been like the Chargers. You should have been like the Chargers with Melvin Gordon and not budged, okay? And you should have traded Ezekiel Elliott because you need to recognize what you have. You've already recognized it, guys. Jerry Jones is already telling you Dak Prescott is not the guy. If Dak Prescott was the guy, I guarantee you, because of Ezekiel Elliott's off the field issues, Ezekiel Elliott would have been gone. He would have been gone, but he's not. The reason why he's not been gone is because, well, he's a great player, but also Jerry Jones recognizes his quarterback, Dak Prescott, is limited. And then that's my whole thoughts on the Cowboys. Again, they could win the Super Bowl. I wouldn't have made this move. I would have traded Ezekiel Elliott a long time ago. I made a video about it. But again, it is what it is. If they win a Super Bowl, all this is thrown out the window this year, okay? As far as running backs for the future, if I'm a team, I'm not drafting an elite running back. I'm not. I'm drafting 2 or 3 good, solid running backs that can run on first, second, and third down. I'm not paying and committing all that money to a running back, okay? The most, interchangeable position on the entire football field, I'm not paying $90 million to. Unless I have Saquon Barkley or Zeke, and even then, I'm a little bit hesitant then because running backs, every hit they take, they're less valuable, okay? Running backs usually, once they hit age 30, are not as valuable anymore. They don't have the same burst. They don't have the same juice. They have a lot of wear and tear on their bodies. And a guy like Ezekiel Elliott had a lot of carries at Ohio State, okay? Eventually, at some point, unless Ezekiel Elliott defies final time like Adrian Peterson, he's not going to be the same player probably by age 30. That's just my humble opinion. And when I look at teams like the Carolina Panthers, when I look at teams like the New York Giants, when I look at teams like the New Orleans Saints, man, I don't know about them because they're in trouble. Because they need, the Carolina Panthers need Christian McCaffrey. The Giants need Saquon Barkley. Now that Drew Brees is old, the Saints need Alvin Kamara. So again, you better have some money saved up, Saints fans. You better have some money saved up, Giants fans. You better have some money saved up, Carolina Panthers fans, because when I look at you guys, those are the next guys up. They're going to want a Zeke Elliott type money, and they're going to warrant that because they're going to play like a Zeke Elliott. They're going to play very well. So again, if I'm a team, I advise you right now, build your offensive line. Get your quarterback right. Get your defense right. And find good, solid running backs. You don't need an elite running back, especially now today. Because, listen, the running back market is a winner. Because if Ezekiel Elliott was not getting paid, no one was going to get paid, okay? The best running back at football, if he didn't get paid, no one was going to get paid, okay? That's just the reality situation. So, again, that's my whole thoughts on this whole situation. I'm excited to see the Cowboys this year. I hope the Packers beat them this year in Week 5. Again, we'll see. I don't think Dallas is quite there yet to win a Super Bowl. Again, I think their window's going to close a lot faster than it's open. We'll have to see. But hey, we'll see. We'll see if Dak Prescott can be that guy. We'll see how much money they're going to pay Dak Prescott in the future. Imagine if the Cowboys paid Dak Prescott $36 or $35 million. I will laugh my butt off if that happens, because the Dallas Cowboys, I'm sorry, if you do that, you are officially trapped. But hey, that's my thoughts on the whole Ezekiel Elliott situation. Be sure to comment where you agree with me, where you disagree with me. I love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? Or potentially if it doesn't, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, get other people hip to this channel, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy, Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God bless day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.